Are you looking to purchase a property in Colorado Springs in 2024 and looking at interest rates and thinking, man, can I afford it? What can I get? And my budget's more like $300,000. That's what I'm going to address today, is what you can get in Colorado Springs for $300,000 or less as far as real estate. Let's go. I connect with people just like you every day to help them discover where to live and invest in real estate and sell property for top dollar when the time is just right for them. My name is Leif Jacobson. I'm an ex-cop turned realtor, also known as Safe Leif. If you're new to this channel, subscribe so you're first to learn about all things Colorado real estate, including things like today that will help you as far as making the best decisions for yourself. My contact information is below. I'm excited to hear from you. Reach out by call, text, or email after this video, or book a calendar event and I'll reach out to you. I'm excited to be a resource for you. So today we're covering real estate in Colorado, reference a $300,000 purchase price in the Colorado Springs, greater Colorado Springs area, and how much that will buy you. You know, a few years ago in 2020 and 2021, it was a totally different world because we were seeing the hockey stick curve as far as growth and values in Colorado Springs, which is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States at that time, and still is. The trajectory of the values were going up so far, so fast, it was quickly going to surpass the point where you could buy any single family home in Colorado Springs, $400,000, $300,000. But not that property values have gone down. They haven't. Property values haven't gone down at all, but people aren't overpaying for property anymore and setting that trajectory. But the bottom line is we aren't seeing a trajectory anymore where it's unreasonable to own a small, simple, single-family home in Colorado Springs, and it's more doable than it used to be. So the vast majority of those are condos and townhomes that you can purchase for that price range, but you can still purchase a single-family home in Colorado Springs general area for $300,000 or less, and that's what we'll cover today. There are condos in the Rock Remnant area on the west side of Colorado Springs that actually each have some decent views. So that's something to watch for, and you can get newly constructed single-family homes east of the city for within that price range as well. Median home sale prices in Colorado Springs greater area for the last couple years has actually been pretty sustainable. Within 1 or 2%, it's actually maintained as far as even the growth in Colorado Springs, which again is still one of the fastest growing cities in the entire United States. We have exceptional values here in real estate, but there is a correction in the market because of the hockey stick curve. People are no longer buying property for $70,000 or $90,000 over what it's worth anymore, which is actually a good thing for the market in general as a long play and a long play investment. So that's actually a good thing, and we're seeing a total sustainable market still. Even the last couple of years, property values increased 4% per year for the last couple of years, even with the market being slower because of higher interest rates. The average days on market as far as homes going under contract at the time of this video, which is February of 2024 in Colorado Springs, is just under 50 days on the market. So that's different than 5 hours, which is what it was a few years ago, and everybody got used to that crazy market. Much more of a standard and average market now. Average time in the market is generally a few months, just like it is more average now. And that's indicative of a more healthy market. As of this moment as well, in February of 2024, there are over 100 properties for sale in Colorado Springs, actually greater Colorado Springs, so I'll say El Paso County. Just a bit over 100 properties, and vast majority of those are condos and townhomes, which we'll talk about a little bit as well. But about a quarter of those are single-family homes. Whereas you'd be lucky to find 1 or 2 a few years ago that as far as a single-family home that was livable and doable in Colorado Springs. So the value is still there as far as single-family homes. And here's a little tidbit reference condos and townhomes. Do you know the difference between them? A lot of people don't. They don't understand the real difference between a condo and a townhome. And here's the difference. There's lots of operational differences, but here's kind of the legal difference between them, is that a condominium is a unit in a complex. You own a percentage of that property and the airspace where your condo is located. With a townhome is actually very different. You don't own airspace. You own the actual ground generally that's underneath your townhome. So you have actual ownership of the ground and the property that's beneath your townhome, and not just a percentage within a homeowners association or an HOA. So that's the difference between them. A townhome is usually an adjoined 1, 2, 3, 4, units that are adjoined together that sit on the ground, and you own the property underneath. It's kind of like pretty close to owning a single family home. You just adjoin walls usually with the unit next to you, 1, 2, or 3, or 4. So that's just one simple example of how a townhome is different from a condo association. On the west side of Colorado Springs, just a 10-minute drive from Garden of the Gods, is 2611 Plum Tree Grove. It's listed asking $299,900. It's a 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom. It is a townhome at 1,584 square feet. It has fresh paint and flooring. It's got a gas fireplace, 1-car garage, and an unfinished full basement. Chateau at Antelope Ridge is one development to talk about very specifically. It's on the east side of the city within Colorado Springs city limits, but there's a warning that a lot of people don't know about this property. I get hit up by people all the time who look at properties like this and say, what? $250,000 for a brand new single family home with nice landscaping? What's wrong here, or what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what the issue is with Antelope Ridge specifically, is that you don't own the land that's underneath your home. So this is a developer that has developed property in a very specific way that's called leasehold, i.e. you're leasing the property that's underneath your house. It's a 50 or 100-year lease for the property that's beneath the house. So they can build structures, and there you pay a huge monthly fee, usually over $1,000 a month, just for leasing the land, and that's different than your house payment. But let's talk about that, because generally most mortgage entities, almost everyone I've ever heard of, will not lend on a structure on property where you don't own the property. So basically, in general, unless there's something I'm missing, I'm not a lender and I want to stay in my lane as a realtor, but I'm not aware of a lender who will lend and provide a mortgage loan for property on land that is leased that you do not own. So you have to buy these homes cash, and it affects the value of the property because, again, you don't own the land underneath, because at the end of that lease, technically, they can take that house back from you, even though you bought it and you own it. It's written in the lease that this actually belongs, the whole property and all the improvements on it belong to the owner of the property. So you're paying up to $250,000 or more for a structure that you don't technically own and you can't get a mortgage loan on. So that's worth knowing. They don't generally broadcast that in the listing, which frustrates me. I wish they'd be super straight up and say in bold print right at the top, hey, you can't get a mortgage loan on this property. This is why it's priced this way. But they don't. They're trying to sell homes, and there's some information that's not very prevalent there. So there's a little tip for you if you're looking at Chateau on the east side of Colorado Springs. One example of that is Chateau at Antelope Ridge. It is 7679 Grizzly Bear Point, listed asking price of $255,000. It is a single family, wonderful looking home with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It is 1,479 square feet. It's built in 2021, so it's only a few years old. It does have spacious bedrooms, has a gas fireplace, 2-car garage, has access to amenities. There's a clubhouse with a gym, a pool, and conference rooms. There's picnic areas, playground, an abundance of trails right in that area. And it's walking distance from Rocky Mountain Classical Academy, which is just around the corner to the south, which is a K-8 school in D49, and it's ranked very well. But again, you need to be aware of a property like that you need to have cash coming forward to the tune of a few $100,000. Otherwise, you cannot get a mortgage loan on it that I'm aware of. Families looking for affordable homes in Colorado Springs might look in the Park Hill neighborhood. Park Hill is a charming neighborhood located just east of downtown Colorado Springs, with Airport Road and East Bijou Street as kind of the north and south boundaries, and South Circle Drive and University Drive bordering east and west. So it's kind of boxed in just east of downtown. Wagner Park is located in the neighborhood's east side and has a baseball field, lots of open space, an excellent playground for kids. Park Hill was developed in the 1960s and had mature trees and wide roads. Homes for sale in Park Hill are between 1,000 to 2,000 square feet and were generally built in the 1960s. Its proximity to downtown makes it an excellent location for homebuyers looking for an easy commute. These homes are being remodeled and brought up to date all the time, causing the whole neighborhood to appreciate as well. One home located in Park Hill is 4907 Leland Point in Sand Creek Commons Condominiums. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,177 square feet, Condo listed asking $295,000. This home features recently updated bathrooms. Master bedroom offers master bathroom and walk-in closet. Stainless steel appliances, pretty well appointed kitchen. Gas fireplace, detached garage, wood deck with views of Pikes Peak, and a central location that places you moments away from shopping centers, entertainment options, and kind of the pulse of town, which is not far from downtown. This home does have a monthly HOA fee of $167. That's pretty fair for an HOA, which is exterior maintenance. Insurance is included in that, and security, snow removal, and trash removal. So it's located in the Colorado Springs School District 11, which is actually one of the top school districts in the entire state of Colorado. Another area in central Colorado Springs we'll look at is Shook Run neighborhood. Another home listed under $300,000 is 115 South El Paso Street. In this neighborhood, it's 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, just over 700 square feet. So 709 square feet, asking $275,000. It's a historic home. It was built in 1909, but it's been totally remodeled and updated, featuring a tiled front porch, all new carpet, new paint, 6-panel doors and trim, new light fixtures, new hardware, custom tiled bath, updated kitchen, including a gas stove and refrigerator, and it's located just blocks from downtown Colorado Springs. So it's just across the street from the Shook Run Trail System, which is a super desirable location as well. So there's a few examples of what you can get in Colorado Springs for the $300,000 price range in February of 2024, kind of a snapshot in time for what value you can get. And again, it's pretty encouraging that you can still get a single family home for under $300,000 in Colorado Springs at all, because it wasn't looking that way a few years ago. So that's one positive. If you find something that you're interested in, or you're in the mode of buying property, I would love to advocate for you, establish a genuine connection with you. I'm very relational as a realtor. I'm all about serving people wholeheartedly with integrity and ethics in this business and advocating for them and their best interests. Reach out by text, call, or email after the video. Book a calendar event. I'll reach out to you. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. See you next time.